speaking of influencers and streamers stepping in the ring, arguably nobody's made a bigger name for themselves than this guy, Jake Paul. And I want to get your opinion on this because he's literally beating up your people, UFC guys. He beat up who? Woodley, Nate Diaz, Ben Askren. The only guy that he lost to was Tommy Fury, who was an actual boxer, the little brother of Tyson Fury. But speaking of Tyson, not Tyson Fury, he's now apparently fighting the former baddest man on the planet, Mike Tyson, in a fight scheduled on July 20th in Dallas, and you can see it on Netflix. Now, here's the catch. Jake Paul, 27 years old. Mike Tyson, 57 years young.
I hope you're right.
Here's the deal. Jake Paul, 9-1 with 6 KOs. Mike Tyson, 56-6, 44 knockouts. Some of you girls are a little probably too young to remember how bad of a dude Mike Tyson was. I mean, I remember being like a teenager, you would go and watch the fight. People, you would pay pay-per-view, you'd pay what it was, $50, $100, and the fight would be over in 30 seconds. You step in the ring, Mike Tyson is just knocking fools out. Yeah. Then there was the situation with the Vander Holyfield, the infamous bite hurt around the ear. Right? Yeah. We've interviewed Mike Tyson on the podcast multiple times. PBD, we had him at the Vault. Super sweet guy. We've had lunch and dinner with his wife at PBD's house. Absolute gentleman. He's changed his life. He's great. But now he's stepping in the ring again versus Jake Paul. But Malik, I think we have some footage on both these guys training. Can you pull that up? And I want Colby to weigh in on this.
When was the last time you fought?
Oh my God.
The last time I remember Mike Tyson fighting was there was like a thing in 2021 against Roy Jones Jr.
Yep.
Where they quote unquote tied.
Yeah.
But Mike Tyson, I think, beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, but they both look really bad and sloppy and slow, and they should not be doing fighting anymore. The fact that the commission is approving that is ludicrous in itself.
Why do you think they did?
For the money, obviously. Yeah,
just the money.
For the revenue.
I don't know.
Well, Roy Jones Jr., who we fought, was arguably one of the greatest lightweight champions of all time.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Roy Jones Jr., he's got to be maybe Tyson's age, probably a little bit younger than Tyson right there.
A little bit younger, yeah.
But Tyson's 57.
Not 30 years younger.
Not 30 years younger like Jake Paul. Anyway, Malik, pull up this video. I want Colby to react to some of this footage and get his thoughts on who he thinks is going to win this fight. Go ahead. Look, I don't know if that video is on 2X right now.
I swear.
Is that video is that normal speed right there? By the way, scroll to the top, see if you can just single in on what Tyson looks like these days. If you go to the top of that video, I think there's just...
He's so sweet, too.
You met Mike.
I met him, and he's like so sweet, but to see him like activate, you're like, oh, shit. You just want to step back and let him.
I mean,
go to
look
work.
at Colby. Colby's
I know.
well behaved.
I know.
Sweet.
I know.
Nice guy. You get in this
Mike
ring.
Tyson was like, I've been this
Colby
guy's
takes
hero.
people's heads off for a living.
I know.
He's one of the best in the world at this.
I know, but
this is
part
what
of
these
it
guys do.
Is that it's just like you see like something like that, and then he's like, come here, take a picture with me. And you're like, oh, like you've beating people's asses really bad. And like I look
You
at
have the
too,
video
like,
of just Tyson, Malik? You could talk, bro.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, go ahead. I want Colby to react to all this.
It's day one. The fun just begun.
I can't with his list. I love it.
You know, like Mike's list is thanks, Malik.
Endearing.
Yeah, he's endearing. So
It's
Colby,
endearing.
you know, you said that you didn't like the way he looked against Roy Jones Jr. Yeah. Maybe he's cleaning up a little bit. So, two-part question. What are your thoughts on what's going to happen with Jake Paul, Mike Tyson? What do you expect? And just influencers getting in the ring, specifically Jake Paul, he's beating up on your people, UFC guys. Give us your perspective.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. I think, Mike still looks like a superhuman for 58, but he's still 58 years old. And, he shouldn't be fighting anymore. I don't think it's safe. I think it's dangerous. At that age, your heart might explode. He gets hit in the head. He might have a brain bleed. I mean, the guy, that's what I hope for. I hope that Mike Tyson makes it through injury-free and doesn't get hurt. But I don't like the fight. Jake's in his mid-20s. He's doing every chemical known to man. He's literally a lab project. They're just juicing him up, him and his brother. Yeah. Everybody knows that. The machine's behind him, juicing him up, putting every chemical known to man. So I think it's going to end bad. I think, Jake's going to probably knock him out within the first 2 minutes. And if he doesn't, then it'll be because he's carrying him and he's trying to make the freak show look like it's a competitive fight. But I hate the fight. I think it takes away from Mike Tyson's legacy when a guy like this comes in and beats him. A quote unquote YouTuber, comes in and beats the baddest man on the planet and the most feared man.
Do you think Jake Paul's gonna beat Mike Tyson?
Oh, come on, man. He's in his 20s. First off, that footage is not live footage. I can promise you that Mike Tyson's camp, they had that footage filmed from a couple years ago. So that's not like the current Mike Tyson. I was actually on a flight with him a couple weeks ago. We were flying to Vegas together. Sweetest guy in the world. Right? Yeah, with Tyson. Sweetest guy. Nice guy, but he doesn't look like that right now, and that's definitely not how he's hitting pads. That's from years prior. But we saw his last fight with Roy Jones Jr., and he looked slow. He looked old. Everybody saw that. They were like, man, he shouldn't be getting in that ring anymore, so...
But in general, what do you think about those YouTubers and all these stream people fighting him? Is it disrespectful to the sport? Is that how you see it in general, or just like this one because he's older and he's gonna get beat up?
No, I mean, honestly, I think the sport of boxing is dead, and UFC is taking over, and they're just trying to do anything they can to get the attention, the ratings back, because it's a dead sport, So good on the YouTubes. Good on them going out there doing business. They're making money. They're giving themselves a chance to change their financial future. So good on them for doing that. But I mean, these are freak shows. These aren't real competitive world class athletes. These are just Colby, some guys on the internet.
Jake's fought some big time UFC guys, but that are not in their prime anymore. You're still in your prime. You're 35.
36.
36.
Still my prime.
You look like you're 35, bro. You look great.
Shit, I feel like I'm 25.
Don't crack, bro. But Jake Paul fighting these guys. Woodley's probably in his 40s. Ben Askren's in his 40s. Nate Diaz probably in his 40s. How does that translate into boxing? When UFC guys, some of the greatest guys, champions, step in the ring and they're doing boxing, is it even still a fair fight at that point? How much different is that? And what would happen if you stepped in the ring at this point with Jake Paul in your prime?
Yeah, all of Jake Paul's accomplishments have been rigged. They've set up the deck against him from the start. Look, he fought the shortest guy in the NBA to start his career against Nate Robinson.
Yeah, Nate Robinson.
He had a 70-pound advantage. Everybody was pissed. This guy's 7 inches taller, 100 pounds bigger, and you're picking on this little NBA player, and you think you're tough because of that? Yeah. That doesn't make you tough, dude, just because you're beating up little guys and being a bully.
But Tyron Woodley's a badass dude, right?
Yeah, but he was past his time, and he obviously took a dive. The first fight, you could tell he was holding back. He dropped him out of the ring, and he came back in, and then you could tell Jake made a little signal to him, and then he started going light, and he didn't go hard. And then he only won a split decision that first fight. And then the second fight, look, there's a little hand signal where he's like this, and Woodley puts his hand down, and he knocks him out.
Really?
Yeah, dude, it's a freak show. 100%, I believe that every one of Jake Paul's fight is rigged.
Even Nate Diaz?
Even Nate Diaz, same thing. He just wanted to take a dive for the money. His UFC career is over. He couldn't hack it in the UFC no more with us, all-stars, so he had to go take a dive.
Shit.
Would you knock him out? Would you do a fight just to knock him out?
Yeah, but he would never fight me. He only wants to fight guys that are over the hill in their 40s and 60s, like Mike Tyson.
So
he's like, let me at him. Oh, he was salivating at the idea.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Look at
Jake's in my.
He's like,
but Jake knows. I've seen Jake out in Miami. He knows who Daddy is. He knows who the king of Miami is. Yeah, I've seen him, dude. He knows.
Have you guys had some words?
No, he's always been friendly. He's always like, oh, what's up, Colby? I respect you, man. Love what you've done with your career.
Yeah.
And super fucking respectful because he knows what would happen. If something in the streets, you're getting dropped on your head, I'm gonna kill you, dude.
If he asked you for a fight,
Colby, all of a sudden.
I know. Of course I did. I'm asking him. I just asked him if he wanted to fight, would you fight?
Of course, but he's never gonna want to challenge someone where he knows he has zero chance to win.
Whoa! If you like that one, click right here to watch the full SOSCAST, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.